All right. All right. The picks are made. 7-6. A slightly more conservative play from Lady Saffron than we might have seen. Zlowick getting 0 points, of course, puts the top spot very much back on the table. People were talking last week about the fact that it could not be done. No one can overtake Zlowick. Well, now it could happen. It could happen. Saf could walk away from this with 8 points, which would put her getting up there. Quarbit could walk away from this with 9 points, which would put him within striking distance of Zlowick. It's certainly possible. The Oirat pick, leaning obviously on Aldra's not managing to pull it off early, makes a lot of sense. Strong pick. Majapahit, Ludi, what do you think of this nation?
Well, first off,
specifically
you
in real life,
wrong.
not even in EU4. I want to know about your views on the people, how they live, whether you respect it as a place. Go
I
ahead,
think
go ahead.
all of my Australian viewers enjoy Mabajapik extremely, since it's in proximity of Bali, which is basically an Australian colony at this point. But no, seriously though, Majapahit is a really good choice. It has a very special CB that can be used, but obviously that's not going to happen in this campaign because that's later down the line. Solid position, can get a lot of subjects, starts with a lot of subjects, including Bali as well, and has a very easy expansion path, a lot of rich nodes, Malacca node, Malacca's node as well. So, yeah, I think that's going to be fun to watch. Pretty strong pick.
Both of them obviously really strong picks, coming in on Oirat, very strong nation in terms of which objectives he's going for. 50 corruption. That's going to take some time. That's going to be one that he's going to have to be cranking for like 15 minutes or something. Maybe a bit more than that even. With the length of time that's likely to take. 3 Vassal integrations running at the same time means he can't kind of implode. And we know that hordes like to implode. So, because obviously if he implodes and gets really weak, then his vassals will get relatively strong. So, could be a little tricky. Gap out military points shouldn't be too hard. Vassalized 10 province nation. We know that Korchin's a good pick for that. He's probably going to be going for that. And then 25 inflation, not that hard as long as you have time. So, I would say Quarbit looking pretty good to be able to pull out of this with a full score. Lady Saffron, though, over in Majapahit, let's have a think here. So 6 subjects, not too difficult, but can be a bit of a trap because you need them to be loyal. Convert to extra-continental religion. Now, what continent is Java in? I'm not actually familiar with this. Is it in Asia or is it in... I'm not even sure what it's called in EU4, to be honest. Is it Australasia? Is it Oceania?
I mean, are we counting by subcontinents? Because that's a thing in EU4, right? Or are we counting by continents? Because, like, I mean, if we're technical about continents, that would be Asia.
Continents are a thing in EU4, yeah.
Yeah.
So I imagine then she would be aiming to convert to an Australian religion if she's in Asia? Because Australia isn't in Asia anymore.
That would make sense, I guess. So, yeah.
Could be. And yes, chat is pointing out, do tributaries count as subjects? Yes, I have very specifically not said non-tributary subjects. So Oirat, obviously well placed to grab themselves some loyal tributaries. But we will see.
Well,
we will see.
She already has like 4 from the first day.
Looking pretty good. Now we have the challenges ready, so let's take a look here. Perhaps not just quite yet, actually. We will hop off that. The subjects for Lady Saffron shouldn't be too difficult. Convert to extra-continental religion. We'll have to see what the plan is there. She's so far proven her ability to, trek all the way across the Pacific in one game. So she's no stranger to having to go far afield in order to make that work. Own all provinces in a trade node. Maybe the Philippines would be my guess.
No, the Malacca's the one she starts in. She just needs to get 4 natives, like 4 animist nations, the Bone guys, Sunda, and that's it. And
that's a fair amount of conquest compared to just grabbing like 4 native tribes in the Philippines and then colonize. And you don't even.
The Philippines has more native tribes than just getting what's left of Malacca, because she's got most of that as tributaries, right? Oh wait, it has to be directly owned. You're right.
It has to be owned, not have a subject owned, not control. Is
right.
I've been phrasing
I guess in that case it would be easiest Philippines, yeah.
Yeah.
if it's about direct
Probably.
ownership.
There's the claim. Nice. By the way, speaking of casters learning things while casting this, I learned during this series that they've added the number of development to the claims list because I never claim through the Diplo interaction. I always do it on the province with the keyboard shortcuts. But it's handy. It's handy. I wonder how many years that's been there with me not noticing. But we'll see. We'll see. Let's take a look now at, just getting the challenges up for those of you that missed it. Nope, not quite ready on that yet, in which case, we'll go and look at Quarbit's perspective. The war against Ming, is that the leader? Ooh, tough fight though. Taking both armies on at once. Oh, absolutely destroying them though. Ooh, not good though. That was not a flat province. Not the place you want to be fighting.
It was also not the leader. The leader is something with the Zhu or something like that. Chin or something. I forgot. Short name.
Could be good.
Really short name.
Could be good.
How
does it go wrong?
The play
for
with
Quarbit
this
here?
is to just avoid any sort of engagement until you fight the actual leader. When you're fighting the Ming.
I mean,
You
he
still
could.
got
The
this,
thing
though.
about the Oirat start is that the restart is strong. You know, the ability to keep coming back, even if something goes wrong here, is very much there.
I think we've seen from
Consolidating
Leo,
his way through a. Does that make a difference? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Do units fight more effectively during an assault if they're whole units? What?
You don't play much MP for EU4, do you?
I do not. I play almost no multiplayer.
Okay. Yeah, that's like the holy mecca of multiplayer.
I didn't know that. That's useful. That's useful.
Yeah. It's really
I'm
good.
gonna
Yeah.
use that now.
Shift click that. Shift click that bad boy.
That's good to know. That is very good to know. All right, we can now take a look here at the challenges. Beautiful. Thank you. So, where it falls down for Quarbit, in my opinion, is the vassals. The vassal, because the other ones can be achieved even if things starts falling apart, right? Whereas the vassals are going to be more. They require
6
a more
vassals.
stable nation.
That's for Saffron, Lady Saffron, though.
Yes, but he needs to have 3 vassal integrations running, which requires them to be loyal.
Yeah, my bad. I mean, that's Clinching, Mongolia, and the other nation, what's it called? The Sagandis.
Yeah, getting the vassals, I don't think is the difficult part. I think the difficult part is if things start falling apart, it will be difficult to stop them falling apart and then have the loyal vassals. And because that's not one you can restart for, because you have to have had them for 10 years in order to get the integrations going. So, we'll see.
Yes, I fully agree.
So then on Lady Saffron's side of things, again, let's take a look here while we
switch a little bit,
while we discuss it. The 6 subjects, same reasoning, shouldn't be that bad for sure. And there's our first completion, by the way, of course, the 100 influence on the tribes. We saw that. The 6 subjects shouldn't be that hard, just because she starts with so many, right? Is it 3 that she starts with?
Yeah, she's got 4, I think.
4.
She's
okay,
got she's got Bamarang, whatever the hell that one, and then Bali, and Parambang, and the yellow one. I forgot what it's called. But she seems to be at war with the yellow one now, so I'm guessing the yellow one allied Sunda. Yeah, that's probably what happened.
And then the 30 heavy ships, not that difficult, just costs a bunch of admin to, if you do it the simple way, to pay down the inflation from the loans that you take to afford it. 25 national unrest should be very doable. 20 forts, bit annoying. You got to try and avoid bankruptcy, obviously, because the bankruptcy would delete them.
Yeah.
Obviously, you only need to have them for a moment, but I think, I mean, starting to sound a bit like
she could get the 6
but I think we
subjects
might get
and
it for
the
sweet.
yeah, she could get the 6 subjects and the heavy ships and restart, and then get the fort and then restart again quickly. You know, quick succession. Get that stuff out of the way, right, and then can have a regular.
Well, the forts you can't get too quickly because you need.
We can call that the
province
Clio
count.
strat, I think.
Yeah, the Clio
Pull
strat
a
is the
Clio.
run like 9 different games. Yeah. God, I can't believe how I'm still
It was so
reeling
close.
from that
I
last
know.
game, man. It was unbelievable.
Literally a few seconds.
Really, I mean, it was very, very exciting. So I love, I mean, some of the, so I'll let you in on a secret, chat. Some of the players come into Discord after their games and they're like, oh, I'm sorry, that went really badly. And we're always like, what are you talking about? That was so exciting. that was awesome. But we're usually all about it. When they're feeling like, oh no, I didn't do as well as I could. We're like, that was next level entertainment. That was all good. 2 thumbs up. It's a good time. It's a good time.
You know, I'm actually thinking that Lady Saffron's probably going for the Malacca node, her main node, to unify, because otherwise, why would she take Sunda? It's literally pointless otherwise, right?
Oh no, I agree. I think you're right. I think it looks like
Yeah,
I
so
was
she
wrong.
can
She's
go
not gonna
to
do
the
kinetic
Sulawesi
self-trap.
island, take out the four natives in Sulawesi, and turn Tidor, and then just get rid of the 2 tributaries or do something with them, and that's it, really.
Yeah. Can I trouble you to boot your EU4? I'm really curious about what religion she could go for. And I love that Lady Saffron's nation picks are awesome because I'm always so confused. I have no idea what extracontinental religion she's going to be able to go for. Because I'm pretty sure Java is in Asia, and Asia has so many of the religions in it.
Put up
A reminder for you guys, chat, an extracontinental religion means a religion which has, at the start of the game, no provinces which are in that region. Not no nations, no provinces. Java is in Asia.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and so Sunni is obviously already in Asia.
Yeah.
And remember, we're running on continents, which is a little bit of a difficult one to know because there is no continent map mode. But you can see what continent provinces are in
She
all of the
could
region,
take the
area, subcontinent map modes.
She could take the Australian one. That would be the easiest choice for her to.
What is the religion in Australia, though? Isn't it
Algerian
animus.
Ringa, whatever the schnaps.
Oh no, that's right.
Algerian
course.
Rangers, whatever.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's totally
Algeheringa.
the name.
Yeah. My.
I'm pretty sure it's
Australian
Algerian
pronunciation is not
Rangers.
perfect.
Rangas.
Yeah. Coptic is definitely in Asia. Okay, so it's going to be. So we're expecting the Australia play, but then being able to switch everything over, she'll need the majority of her dev, right? And
yeah,
she's got a bunch of subjects boats, which tend to be annoying, flying around the place, preventing rebels from teleporting, which can be annoying if they're on the coast. So we'll see. We'll see. Jewish? I think Jewish is... No.
It's in Asia.
Jewish is not in it. Is it around
No, it's not.
Astrakhan?
No. It's only in Ethiopia.
Yeah, because there's
too far, I'd say.
No, I'm thinking of CK2, north of the Urals, right? That's CK2. Right. That makes sense. Go for Hussite. Yeah, absolutely. Let's check in on Quarbit here, because obviously he's got the more violent opening. Okay, not grabbing Beijing in the first war. Interesting. But leaving them with some rebels. Notably does not have the great work.
Hold on. He's trying to count the provinces. This is a big moment.
Counting. Counting always difficult, but it looks like he does have it. Yeah, I think he's got it down in the bag. Oirat, really strong nation pick for that
Is
one.
he really a VTuber though? That's the real question.
Yeah, I mean, we might need to revoke
Starting
that.
to doubt this.
Is
that actually Quarbit we're seeing there?
Successful counting.
Is he a meat-tuber?
That is so smart. I love that. I love just the straight delivery of that line in chat. He counted to 8 twice. That is so smart. I'm not sure that's what you were talking about, but still. But yes, Protestant would count. I have ruled on this one before, because Protestant would count as extracontinental for anyone in any continent. Hussite would not if you were in Europe, because Prague begins as Hussite. Right. Looking pretty good, considering where to release subjects, interestingly. I'm not sure why. I mean, he needs vassalize 10 province nation, but that doesn't count. It was one of the difficulty modifiers. Let's get the challenges back up here. But one of the difficulty modifiers there is that you have to do it violent. Can't release someone.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Yeah. Going for the 10 subject vassalization here, probably. Getting Cauchin. under control. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. I mean, I'm not the one that says this, but Quarbit, I think he has it in the bag. The play we've seen from Quarbit so far in this series has been really textbook. He sets challenges that are slightly easier than some players, but then he does them. You know, he sets out to achieve an objective and he does it very consistently, which is why he is sitting right now in second place with 18 points, and he remains in second place with 18 points even after everyone from today that's already played has received their points.
Wow.
So that's it's pretty impressive.
He's catching up to Slavic.
He is. Yeah, I mean, if he manages to walk home today with a full set of 9 points, he's on his way. He's within striking distance of overtaking Zloek for that number 1 spot going into the finals. But we'll see. Yeah, Sikhism is another really good extra-continental one. Let's take a look over at Saf's perspective. Things going pretty well here. Grabbing some provinces over on... Oh, I forget. Help me out. What's that island called? The one with the kind of 3 noodly appendages? Sorry, say again. The one she's currently occupying and taking...
Sulawesi? The one with Makassar?
Sulawesi. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. That's the one. Sorry, chat. My Indonesian geography is not what it could be, because the honest answer to why that is because I play in Europe mostly in EU4, so I get to this bit later in the world conquest. so my geography here is less good. That's actually just all it comes down to, honestly. Sulawesi is a fun name to say. You're absolutely right.
It is. In Romanian, it sounds like it's like half of that word is very, very special for us. It's one of our deities, yeah. The Sula, yeah.
Cool. Okay, tributary
commonly
ground.
Used.
Sorry, say again?
Very commonly used.
See, the problem is I can't tell if you're joking, because it sounds like you're using a tone of voice that makes it sound like you're playing some kind of prank on me.
I'm guessing not many Romanians in chat.
I have some colleagues, but I don't want to ask them, like, what does this word mean? One of my friends told it to me yesterday, because they're gonna, like, I don't know, report me to HR if you've been bad, which seems bad.
Oh no.
So, going for the tributary there, looking pretty good. Tributary subjects, do they care about the strength of other tributaries? No, right?
No.
Think not. Okay. Interesting. So that should be pretty easy then, in terms of using tributaries to make that not be a trap. Because some of our players so far have found that to be a bit of a pitfall. But not so Saf. She storms through. Oh, a death. Oh my god, did you see the new leader?
God.
A 0-1-0. Holy heck. That is so painful. Meanwhile, Quarbit has maxed his military points. Very nice. Another challenge on the board. That's 3 done. Only 4 left. Quarbit looking like he could be on track. He honestly could do it in the first 30 minutes. He could actually do it. Because all he has to do is have over 50 corruption, which is just speed 5 and that stuff, if you don't have anything you want to do after it. That's less
Quarbit's really playing it safe, but I have to say it's paying off. I mean,
counting spotted. VTuber counting spotted.
Oh no, not again.
He got it right though. He got it right.
You need to be careful with this. I think they get excommunicated if they do it too often. Becomes a flesh tuber after.
He managed it. Yeah. No, if he counts successfully too many times, then the VTuber avatar just peels away and reveals his true self.
Yeah, it explodes.
That's true. It's a good point from chat. From SpellTVOnis, who I should call out. One of the 2 subs, various subs have contributed, but one of the 2 subs who have been most active contributing some of these devilish subscriber challenges. So thanks for that. Pointing out that, did you know, chat, that you can shift-click on provinces in EU4 to select multiple provinces? Useful for all your counting needs.
Yeah.
It could be good. I don't see a way. I don't see how Quarbit loses this. I guess he gets like a tribal feud followed by just not losing control of the rebels, basically. I mean, he does have very low manpower and not many men right now. So, things...
I mean, here's the thing, though. Quarbit doesn't lose, so impossible. You know what I mean?
Quarbit has been doing pretty well. But
Yeah,
shift click to select multiple provinces. It doesn't really do anything, but it looks pretty. It's useful for planning. When you want to like map out where your borders will be and get a visualization of how the borders will look once you're done. It's handy for that.
I'm sure that was the idea behind spending many hours scripting that into the game.
Yeah, I think someone told me it did something in EU4, sorry, in EU3, but I could be wrong. Hey, and Lady Saf has got her 6 subjects. Look at that. All very loyal.
Hey.
All very loyal. Nice. And strong duchies afterwards, scoreboard? Just to flex. Oh, yeah. How does it go wrong for Saf here? What do you reckon?
I'd say the biggest issue would be if she forgets to integrate the vassals so she can get the Malacca node.
It's possible.
Because those tributaries are going to be an issue. She has to get rid of them.
Yeah, that's true.
It's easier for her to cancel tributary and attack them.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And she obviously doesn't have the... It's a simple matter of taking the Empire of China, passing the reform that allows you to switch tributaries to vassals and then, then going that simple. Way, right? Easy peasy. Nice. I think, the trade node is one of the difficult ones. Marshapai can do that as well. Can they do it right out of the gate, or do they have to do it... is there some mission, and how long does the mission take? Would be then the next question.
I actually don't know. I haven't played with the
chat knows in a while. So I'm just gonna.
Let's ask chat.
Until they tell me.
Tell us.
Yeah. Share your wisdom.
Explain, chat. Explain.
It's a mission that's one of the first. Good to know.
One of the first missions. Yeah, wow. Amazing.
There we go.
Another feel enlightened.
So why... Or which is the... No, isn't there a trade node out here to the east as well? Could that be the strat? But, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to remind her that it's own, not control, but I will... I would tell her if she reported it incorrectly. That's the moment when you'd be corrected. So our players have had lots of time with these challenges, lots of time with the specificities of them. But we'll see. What trade node's Australia in? I think isn't it split? Maybe I'm crazy. It's been a long time since I colonized Australia.
Yeah, I think there's 2 nodes, right?
I'm not sure.
I actually don't know also.
There goes turn 8. Nice.
Australian node. There you go. Got its own node.
And yep, all switch to vassals. Nice. It's a unique Australia node. Yes. Thank you for the reminder. So it looks like the strat is to integrate them, given that she is allying up and making them also friendly. Oh, you just redid all the challenges and made us cry. I enjoyed it, is the messed up part about that. Aldra in chat accusing me of making the challenges too hard and cruel. That's not even the worst part. The worst part is that I took sick pleasure out of making the challenges much harder.
Hey, don't let them know that. Come on. You're not supposed to know that.
I don't even regret it. Yeah, colonizing the Cape is one of the strats that we've seen work really well to control a whole trade node, which is good. But enough time.
Really need
she'll run 5.
Need to make sure that Aldrahill doesn't realize you rigged his nation.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
You know, those bad events you scripted in before.
The mod that he didn't notice we were running, called Death to Aldra. Do they have to take all the provinces in the node? They do not. They do not. They only need to own all of the provinces that are owned in the node. And burning everything down, China getting absolutely yoinked by the Oirat here. Clinching being made a little more friendly, but doesn't really need it to be that friendly. Unless he is planning on doing the Clinching integration, which I suppose he probably is actually, now I think about it for a second longer. But we'll see. We'll see.
So, I'm guessing he's focusing on those objectives, but what else does he have that he needs to
Let's get him up
do
here.
expansion for?
So
there you go.
for
50
expansion,
corruption. Did he even start the corruption?
oh yes, he's at
Yeah,
35.
He did 34.
He is cranking
35,
on
yeah.
the corruption, no problem at all. It basically
Inflation
the only thing he
25,
still has to
that's
do
fine.
is get Cochin loyal,
got
and
this.
then he's done.
He's got this. He's literally got.
Yeah, Quarbit is looking very, very strong.
Yeah. He can do it by 30th minute or 20th latest. I mean, I guess
looking,
20th because he has to integrate, right? So that's got to be a few years.
That's a start integrating them. He doesn't have to.
Yeah, start integrating them.
Yeah. But it's all about whether he can get Cochin loyal. He just needs to. I mean, to do that, all he has to do is not fall apart, basically. Because he could do a big dev. He could do a big one-off dev push, and the fact that obviously the explosion has fired means that he doesn't need to worry about having a big neighbor that's going to cause him problems. It's not like if he lets Ming recover, they're going to come back and cause big issues. Quarbit once again showing us the kind of, I don't want to say slow and steady because he's not playing slow. He's playing fast, but it's the slightly more conservative. Did he just accidentally place a relative on Mongolia's throne and crank up their liberty desire? I think he might have done. I may have misseen it, but that's what I saw. Let's go in here because
happens to the best of us.
I think Quarbit might get his challenges done in the next 4 minutes. I think he is actually, and this is a Christo call on the first 30 minutes completed. Not one of those Ludi calls.
Hey, I said it first, okay?
Yeah, but you just say it every time, so it doesn't count. You are the boy that cried doable in 30 minutes. The parable is you, and the wolf is underperforming in an EU4 challenge. But we'll see.
I haven't seen anyone underperform though. What are you talking about? They've all won every single round.
We have 3 zeros out of 4 so far today. People gave us some excellent, exciting gameplay, but you can't say that people didn't struggle. That's for sure.
That was a lot of fun to watch, to be fair. Slevik, that was really, really fun.
Slevik reckons that inflation will not be easy because Oirat has a low loan cap. It's true. It will take longer, but he's got 30.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah.
I'd say the easiest way for him to get the inflation up is to get the loans from Ming. The money from Ming, because it's like 2.5k ducat. Well, now actually Ming collapsed. Never mind. It would have been like a big chunk of inflation from that.
I think he might actually throw on this Vassal thing because he's deving them up, which is raising their relative power.
Oh, really?
And we know the problem. Oh, but getting the marriage on Mongolia will definitely help. It will definitely help. We can't get the royal marriage here until they're not disloyal. Is he capped at improved relations? I hope so. But he's still quite a way off. Will he be able to dev them up enough without pushing anyone else slow? Okay, they're loyal now. Nice. And remember, he doesn't need to get them below 50. He just needs to start the integrations. Sorry, below 25. He just needs to start the integrations. There's the marriage, which puts him over 190. Nice. So now he just needs to keep them loyal for a few months. And he's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good.
Yeah, he's got this.
Oh, a bit longer to get Quinn running. But the VAT incineration just needs to be running. I haven't said anything about it not being okay if it's stalled. So if Caution gets disloyal after that, should still be in a fine spot. Looking pretty good. There's the Caution one. And then we're just waiting for August on the other. Okay, well, let's take a look at Lady Saffron because it looks like Quarbit is honestly wrapping things up. Lots of improving relations, so presumably going to be going for some more subject integrations over here. But yeah, it should be pretty good. Looks like Oirat is going to get banned. It's been shown to be extremely strong this week. So it makes sense that it would be rapidly approaching the ban list. And yes, subject integration.
I'm surprised it hasn't been picked before, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, it's been really, really strong.
choice.
I agree, it's surprising. What was the reason? Oh, yes, so Zleric didn't pick it on his run because he wanted to form 2 nations, which was easier as Zhang Zhao. So, I can see. I can see why
that makes sense.
Would make a lot of sense. So yeah, that's the first of the annexations. There's going to be another one coming in here. We're just going to really quickly check back in on Quarbit because I think we're going to be with Lady Saffron for quite a while after here. There's 3 simultaneous integrations done. Nice. Looking good. Meaning now it's just the 25 inflation and the 50 corruption. He's only 4 away from the corruption. Nice. Waiting for confirmation in Discord before he stops the integrations. I respect it. And then going up to 25 inflation, yeah, I mean, it's obviously going to take a second here, but you hold down C and you click. That's how you do this one. So it's not going to take too long. And then the corruption should be in just a few years. Truce with Ming, not going to cause a problem. I would fully expect. And there's the base. Boom. Just one more. And looking good. Thinking about alliances with Chagatai. I'm not sure what the motivation is there, but looking good. Looking very strong. No, I really don't. I mean, there's no... In fact, not only I don't see, there is no way for Oirat to fall apart at this point, I think. Because he can fall apart and still complete these 2. You can do these while at war. You can do these while losing land. You can do these while... Ming's about to get the unguarded nomad.
You can do them whilst being an OPM, really.
Yeah. As long as you have other stuff done first. Because the challenge with these ones is you have to do them at the end. It piles on more things to get at the end. But
I'd say let's switch over to Lady Saffron, because now for this bit, it's literally just watching someone taking loans and pressing the corruption button. So,
okay, moving forwards, Lady Saffron's got some of those integrations coming in. Nice. So where else does she need for the Malacca nodes? No, like only the stuff she has subjugated.
I think there might be some stuff in Papua New Guinea. I might be wrong about that for Malacca. But I don't think there's any nations there. Maybe some of the island nations. Some of those islands might be. Let me actually load up EU4 and check.
I like this, by the way, chat. This is good. I have like an EU4 checker in the call. It's very helpful. Thank you, Lady. I appreciate it.
Nothing else.
Malacca's, yeah, looking pretty strong. Papa's fully colonized. Okay. Nice. Just some integrations. And then she's looking to convert. I mean, she hasn't like started making progress towards converting, which worries me. Because
I mean, she's still got 30 minutes to be fair, so it's not too bad. She's got most of the provinces, right? So
it just seems like, I don't know. I'm surprised something isn't already going on. So to kind of push the progress towards it.
Oh, she vassalized Ternat. What? Why?
Yeah.
I mean, I get it if it's a normal run to use their missions to colonize, but you don't need that now, so.
Interesting. But yeah, just going for the kind of all vassal play, basically, it seems. Maybe she's more concerned about not wanting to core stuff because she's pushing for the idea so that she can colonize faster.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Chat, chat, Ludi is better at me than EU4. When I can make him go, oh yeah, that feels good. That's good. That's a good progress. And there we go. Classic Quarbit dub. Full sweep, all challenges completed. Let's talk to him for a second.
There you go.
Nice one, Quarbit.
Congratulations, man. That was really good.
Well, I'm not quite done yet, though. I believe I have one more.
Oh, I don't think so. What else do you think you have?
Not? I thought I took the national unrest. Did I not take the national unrest one?
Saffron has that one, I'm afraid.
To take... Oh, she took okay, never mind.
She did that one.
I forgot to cross that out.
But listen, we can give it to you. We can give it to you.
We cannot. Our bribes are too expensive. Our bribes are far too expensive.
Is that everything then?
That is everything. As chat is saying, is a common Quarbit dub to be done halfway through. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Very nice. That guarantees you 9 points, putting you in a very comfortable second place.
Yeah,
awesome.
All right, good.
We will talk to you later. Best of luck next week, and well played. Back over to Lady Saffron here then. So Saffron now, as we said, fighting for second place, because with this many points on the board, it is now impossible for Lady Saffron to beat Quarbit, meaning she can earn herself a maximum of 6 points. 6 points, though, of course, still a very large number. And those 6 points, they matter to Lady Saffron in this situation. because right now
How
she
many
is only
points does she
3
have right now?
points ahead of Chewie. Getting those extra 6 points puts her in a much more comfortable third place and a much stronger position to try and beat Quarbit next week, because it looks like it's going to be between Quarbit and Lady Saffron for who can take.
Let's get a
spot.
ranking. Let's get the image with the ranking as it is right now, so you get a better picture.
If that is possible, then by all means, let's have that happen. I'm not currently in a position to do that, but if we can do that, that would be awesome. But
I thought you had.
right now, the scores
buttons.
are from bottom to top. We have Aldra at 7. Sorry, Cleo in 5 points. Aldra with 7 points. Chewie with 10. Lady Saffron with 13. Quarbit with 18. And Zloic with 33. They're going to be getting today. So Quarbit with his additional 9 is actually at 29. Sorry, 27. Only a mere 6 points behind Zloic. That's striking distance. That is striking distance. And then Lady Saffron,
it might come down to the last session there between the two.
And then Lady Saffron, if she does manage to get all 6 of her points this week, which is looking pretty likely with a very solid play so far here and not too many, existential threats hanging around causing problems, that will put her at 19. So with 19 all the way up to Quarbit at 27, she's in a tough position to try and grab that second spot in the final next week. Obviously, no counting her out, but it's gonna be challenging. And to make it even possible, we are gonna need to see. This is here we go, chat. This is not quite the screen I meant to show you, but there we go. We'll have that ready for you in a second, then I can show you the score. She definitely needs to be able to grab the all 6 points this week to give herself a shot next time. Aldra in chat, I'm starting to think that my chance to get first may have passed. Yes, Aldra, I think that would be rather challenging. And yeah, we'll show you the score. We'll show you the score afterwards. I shouldn't mess with things at runtime. It's my bad. Okay, leading ships, just trying to make things cheaper here, I'm guessing. But we'll see. Cleo says she's confident she can get 30 points next week. It's possible. I mean, there have to be some pretty wild rule changes and some trap cards and some, all kinds of things. But I, for one, am not completely convinced that could play out. How could it go wrong for Saf here?
I mean, we could allow one of the weeks more than 10 challenges, to be fair. Like a special 15 challenges or something.
I don't know. It gets pretty tricky. I mean, I don't see... I don't know. We'll see. We can definitely have conversations about it. Lej has raided. Thank you very much, Lej. Welcome, Raiders. So to give you some context on what's going on, Raiders, we are playing the draft right now. We at Speed 5 are hosting some esports EU4. And the way this works is that our 2 players, Lady Saffron and Quarbit, have each drafted a selection of challenges, and they have to try and complete them in merely 1 hour. There are 22 minutes left on the clock, and Lady Saffron looks like she's trailing pretty badly, but actually is getting there. The 30 heavy ships are coming along. The 20 forts shouldn't be too difficult. So it's definitely doable, but everything is in the balance here. Trade node is now completed for Lady Saffron. Nice. We'll see. We will see. It's gonna be close. Quarbit, of course, with a common dub. Quarbit, one of our players, those of you raiders that may not know, who's been playing a relatively, I say relatively, because he's got 7 out of 10 possible challenges, relatively conservative play, and doing very well out of it, managing to clean up tidy points week after week. But let's keep our focus for now on Lady Saffron, who is, as chat says, well on her way to getting all of these objectives completed.
Yeah, she's got the trade node, right?
She has. Yep, trade node is now completed. Very nice. Just trying to get up the challenges again. There we go. Okay, so 30 heavy ships. Yeah, should be pretty easy. Looks like she's grabbing those now.
Honestly, probably if she's struggling with finances, I'd just restart and get the money.
True.
Max out the loan to get the forts if need be,
So, I mean, could be.
I would have
Should be
gone for the
pretty-
monument as well as Majapahit because it starts with a lot of monuments in its country. It has
Yeah,
like
and
two
has
of
the
them
money
or
to
three
upgrade
of them
them.
from the beginning.
Look at
Shouldn't be
that.
too difficult.
Exactly. Almost exactly the right number of provinces, with only one to spare to build all the remaining
Nice.
28 heavy ships that she needs. That is lovely. That is lovely. Grabbing Diplotech, staying ahead of time on everything. This is, may I say, this is one of the most stable nations that we've seen so far in this game. This Majapahit is just
It
looking
really is, yeah.
rock solid. The only other contender would be Aldra's Congo, where he just unified most of it. And there we go. Awesome.
Oh, yeah,
so
that
these
was a
are the
good one.
scores on the doors as we speak. We've got Cleo trailing in last place after some heartbreaking. Cleo so far has had by far the most heartbreaking runs. But Cleo trailing with 5 points, followed by Aldra with 7, Chewy with 10, Lady Saffron with 13, Quarbit with 18, and Slowick with 33. Bear in mind that those are without the points gained today. Also bear in mind, only one person's gained points so far today. So it's exclusively Chewy. The score is not actually quite correct on that screen, I believe. So it's not a huge change.
I guess we got Quarbit leading for the V team and Zlevic leading for the meat team.
It's so far. Yes, so Raiders, you may not have seen this earlier, but we've made an executive decision. All English speakers will have to abide by this chat's binding vote. Right now in our game, we have 3 VTubers playing and 3 who are non-VTubers. And the non-VTubers, we have decided, are called flesh tubers. So we will see how well the V team and the meat team do. But we're going. I don't know what Lady Sappho was just saying. I think she was despairing at her inflation. But there we go. Because one of the bonus difficulty modifiers this time is to have those 30 heavy ships. You have to also have no inflation. It looks like she has now succeeded in that. So managed to
Wait,
grab
can we count
sufficient
that?
ships.
Is that actually 30?
It was. That's a good point. I think it was 30, or was it not quite 30? And then she brought down the inflation. Well, she brought down the inflation before reporting it, so I think she's building back up to 30 now. Yeah,
Oh, boy.
okay. Slight fumble there, but with 18 minutes left, she's got a lot of time. So we'll see. Fleshies versus
Once more,
30s.
mathematics 1, VTubers 0.
It's mathematics far more than 1, to be honest. One of the, I mean, it's the evolving meme of the series is that for some reason, these VTubers, they're great at EU4, they're not so good at counting so far. Although, to be fair, I don't think Quarbit has yet had an issue. I think Quarbit's been doing so far. So it's VTubers without crowns that can't count, is what I seem to be learning. Because Quarbit's counting has been good. So clearly, it's the counting resides in the crown part of the brain.
That makes sense.
How that works. So we'll see. Now, I don't know what extra continental religion she's going to convert to. She's only got 18 minutes left. I'm so confused by this.
Same. Might be the 6 from,
It could be, but that would be such a pain with 17 minutes to get over there.
I mean, she is in the 1480, so could be.
Okay, there we go. 0 inflation. I'm pretty sure that is the telltale stillness of someone who has tabbed out to report their win. It is. There's 30 heavy.
Yes,
okay,
sir.
so reminding ourselves here, what she's got left are the extra continental religion, 25 national unrest, and 20 forts. Now, the 25 national unrest, not that difficult. You have to do it right at the end, and you have to be in a capacity to guarantee and declare wars and stuff, which is what can make it more challenging if you leave too much to the end. But the national unrest, not too challenging. So I think she will achieve that one. Now, the forts, you don't have to be without loans or without inflation for the forts to count. So she should be able to get those relatively easily, and it looks like she is, in fact, right now loaning up to be able to afford that. And it doesn't matter if she gets the forts and then goes bankrupt afterwards, as long as she gets the forts done. But right now, she can't afford it. Now she can, but she has to not go bankrupt while they're building. Otherwise, they'll be cancelled. Ooh, she might find herself in a bit of a tricky spot here. Because those forts are going to cost, what is that? Oh, okay, she's got some building cost discounts. That's not too bad. That's not too bad.
What do you think what truce breaks do you think she's going to do to get national unrest? Who do you think she's going to betray?
She's got 2 allies, right? So those 2 allies, I imagine, would
Or
be...
subjects. Does she have any subjects left? No.
No, I think she's integrated them all.
Mm.
I could be wrong, but I don't think so. Do we even need a Sikh province in order to swap Sikh? I'm not certain. I think yes, but I'm not certain. We'll see. Looks like she is now going to have enough money with that cost discount, so should be easy enough. Yeah, the Sikh swap I think is sounding likely. You have to have vision on a Sikh province, or Sikh has to exist, I think, meaning that the event has to have fired, which converts the province in the upper Doab, isn't it? I believe. So that should be pretty doable. And if that's the case,
yeah, it's
pretty...
like Zlevik said. It's like you go Protestant Reformed. It's basically Hindus can do it like the Catholic can.
Yeah, Sunni as well, I believe, can do it. Button sits there tempting you on your Ottoman runs. Yeah, so that should be pretty good. If you needed a Sikh province, you would have conquered Baluchistan. Yeah, true. That would make sense. All she's got to do is not go bankrupt in the next 30 days. And then she's looking pretty good. I wonder... So what could screw her over here is basically the Sikh event doesn't fire. Because it's meantime to happen, not specified year, I believe.
I think the national unrest... Oh, no. I mean, she can just get a few wars, though. No, nothing screwing her here. I mean, 14 minutes is a lot of time, so...
It's a lot of time. She set herself up. Yeah. I mean, she was debating. Does she have 19 forts?
Does she have 20 provinces?
No!
That's the question, no.
She does have enough provinces, but she's running out of money.
She does, right? Oh, okay.
But I think she has some more loan cap than when she does do it. But she might go bankrupt and lose the forts. She's got to stay solvent for another 690 days. That's not ideal. That's not ideal. She could repay some loans and then take them back out. Well, I don't know. Some of these ones that have already come, not the ones that she has done, but the ones that have come due, because that will have taken out a lot of the the inflation cost. It's gonna be a close one. I think she has enough loan cap that it should be okay. And she's got the debases off cooldown now. Nice. Yeah, that should be fine. And burger loans. Good point, chat. Looking pretty strong. Coming in there. And then, yeah, I don't see any way. So the question really is, what else could she have taken? You think great projects, right? But I don't know, her money situation is not looking like she could have afforded to do much great project stuff. But of course, you have the infinite money tree and think that everyone has unlimited funds at all times, right, Louis?
Exactly.
I feel like she couldn't take a state 100 influence, of course, because Quarbit grabbed it. 90 devastation in the capital might have been a good pick as well, because it doesn't take too long. There's the 20 forts. Nice. 50% non-core. Yeah, it's also possible. Money, and there is Sikh. Nice. And now all she needs is the 25 national unrest, which should be pretty good. Looking like, I mean, at this point, honestly, with this much time, she could just no CB like 20 people. It's that's not true.
Yeah.
She'd need to be able to afford to stab up repeatedly. That's one of the reasons why
she
it's
has the
easier
admin points
to do it
here.
on... Say again, sorry?
She does have the admin points to stab up, so...
Yeah. No, it's looking like that will work. It's just slightly... I mean, she's got 12 minutes, there's no problem, but it's just a little bit inefficient because you're going to have to, you're putting yourself in a position to have to stab up rather than declaring fewer wars, but she doesn't need to overthink at this point, right? She set herself a very doable challenge. And don't stab up twice. That's a misplay. This is a player who's
don't
about
stab
to
up
get all
twice,
their challenges.
and she should get more negative stuff there, like
guarantee someone and then declare
not
them
just the
and so on.
-2. I mean, that's a waste of a stab.
Ask for military access and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah. But now, what is she up to?
I mean,
Let's
if she
take a
just
look.
goes like this with no CBing, that's like -2 unrest each time. That's way too slow.
Yeah. Thing is, with 11 minutes, she could also just wait for the war exhaustion. And bankruptcy. We'll give her some national unrest as well.
Break, get military access.
Uh-oh.
Come on.
Can you imagine if she got full annexed? Holy moly. It's possible. It's possible.
Oh boy.
That's not enough war exhaustion. And she's got bankruptcy, so she's got negative mana. Oh, baby. They could all still go wrong. We've seen some crazy stuff in this game so far. But yeah, I mean, if she waits for 100 war exhaustion, she should be okay.
Up to 20.
Yeah, and the AI is gonna lose one stability. And she's losing, she's not likely to get big stab hitting peace deals because the AI are competing to own her land right now. So, remember when I said that this looks like one of the most, like, stable nations we've seen so far in the tournament? Not quite so much only. Not quite so much
I was thinking about that, exactly.
Yeah, building mercs and getting them stack wiped would definitely work. Angering the estates, true, another thing you could do. But in just a couple of ticks, one more tick, and she will have got a clean sweep. Look at that. 100% of missions completed. Very nice. Quarbit with 7 completed. Sorry, Corbin with, 7 completed. Lady Saffron with 6 completed, and that is GG. End of the run. With 10 minutes left. Very, very nice play from both there. Set out to do, did what they set out to do, which is what you can say consistently about these two players. They've been very deliberate, is the word that I would use so far in this tournament. You love to see it.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Let's see what Anders thinks about that beautiful play.
I'm not supposed to be here yet. Like several minutes left.
I mean, that's all right. I trust you to run into the room. I know how that corridor goes. It's
I've like
we should have a
slippers
flash,
on. It's dangerous for me to run. I mean,
what can you say about that one? It was textbook.
It was. Like I feel like we asked for something where, you know, RNG wasn't the meanest thing ever, and you know they had plans. They went in with them and they executed. Like it was like you said, textbook. And just confirm
one thing that you go ahead.
No, I was just
going to say.
You go first.
I'm going to insist that you go. I'm going to insist that you go, and I'm just going to.
Okay, fine. I just want to point out that this means that Quarbit gets 9 points and Lady Saffron gets 6 points.
Does. And this is what I wanted to go into a little bit because it shows the dangers. Our players today clearly both chose something they felt they could do, and this is why you need to push it. Because if Lady Saffron had taken just one more challenge, she could have been going home with 2 more points. There was clearly room in her strategy to go a little bit further. Of course, there is nothing wrong with playing it a bit safer, but it's risky because you give up potentially those 2 winners points to the other side. And as we've been saying, Lady Saffron Quarbit so close for that second place spot, every point counts.
I think it because we are looking at, together with Slevik, we are clearly looking at the top 3 when it comes to points going into week 5. And I mean, I can see where the strategy is. It's better to make sure that you get those extra points to still be in contention because Slevik failed earlier today. The RNG's been kind of hard. There's nothing really stopping Quarbit from suffering the same fate. So being consistent, which, to be fair to Lady Saffron, has been her strategy for a lot of these. She's had a nation. She might not have taken the most quests, but she's been consistently been able to deliver on what she's put down, which is now put her in a position where, yes, Quarbit has more points, but there's still all to play for next week, which is exciting.
It is.
And with that said, the voice in my ear did say that our players were ready. So, Count Christo, Ludi, thank you guys so much. We will see you next week, which is the final week to get points. And then, of course, we go into the grand final, which me and Count Christo are going to talk about later in the week and figure out how we can be extra mean.
Devilish things we come up with.
I have some plans. We'll figure it out. Guys, it's been a pleasure. See you next week. I'm going to go talk to our players.
See you next week.
Bye.
Golf clap. I mean, to both of you.
Congrats, Quarbit.
Thank you. You did really well.
As I was talking to our casters, I mean, it was just textbook from both of you. You had a plan, you went in, and you executed. Quarbit, you got done first. Could you have done more based on what was left on the board, do you think?
It's a bit of a mix between thinking maybe I could have done more, but then also checking what challenges were actually left. Wondering if like some of them seem like they could be possible, but might just be out of reach. So I don't want to like overextend and reach for the ones that like I don't think would be possible.
And Lady Saffron, we talked a bit with the casters about how your strategy so far seems to be you kind of know what nation you want to play. You pick a decent amount of quests that you feel confident in completing, but you haven't necessarily pushed the envelope in getting even more quests. What do you think you could have gotten more quests today?
Oh, totally. I have in front of me a bingo card that I made for what quests I think I could have gotten. Before seeing the board for today, I had 14 on there, and then today I had 10 on there, but Quarbit took 3 of the ones that I really wanted, and so I was kind of, unable to...
You took 4 of mine.
Yeah. I think that's what happened, really.
I mean, that's one of the things we don't necessarily get to talk too much about currently because, of course, we're listening to you guys pick the quests rather than have our casters talk over you when you're picking the quests. So it's interesting to hear that quests you wanted were picked by the other player because I think that's kind of hard to see at times because, I'm not going to ask you if a certain quest was something you wanted because I don't want you to give away information to your opponent. Next week, Quarbit, Lady Saffron, do you realize what position you're in points-wise at the moment?
Still second.
Yeah, so Quarbit, you are second, and if my live on-air math is correct, you're 6 points behind Slevik. And Lady Saffron, you're in third, meaning next week you actually have pretty much all to play for to get into the grand final. In total, the most points, of course, you can get in a game of the draft is 12, which, for Lady Saffron's sake, doesn't put you above Slevik, but it does put you above Quarbit if Quarbit fails to get points. So
that puts me in the final.
Yeah, lots of strategy to think about until next week. And with that said, really well played. I look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Yep. Bye.
I need to get better at being like, goodbye, you get to leave now. You don't, though. Stick around, because I have things to say. First of all, 2 more exciting weeks of regular season of the draft. You may have noticed in the schedule here that we've added some extra weeks because we like you guys and we really like these this format. More about those weeks, of course, when we feel happy to announce them. Next week, we have the final week of 1v1 duels before we go into the final. We've already looked at the leaderboard. We kind of know what is at stake. But to recap real quickly, we have our bottom team of Aldra, Shui, and Cleo that's essentially fighting for trying to get into the 4th spot. And then we have Lady Saffron and Quarbit fighting for the spot to get into the grand final. So all to play for next week.